You're not going to want to miss this movie. Yeah, you're not going to want to miss this movie.
Little room that probably holds 1,500, 2,000, maybe less. And outside you have 40, 50,000 people because the administration couldn't give us the Secret Service necessary because they're guarding the Iranian president who's looking to kill Trump. Can you believe it?
Before the end of this year, I want us to strike a grand bargain on stablecoins and other long overdue bills. Since 2022, we have been working for hours on end to reach an agreement and have each made concessions. I strongly believe we can reach a deal that prioritizes strong protections for our nation's consumers and strong federal oversight. Our bill can have several paths for stablecoins to be created, but like nearly every other country that has a stablecoin framework, central bank, the Federal Reserve played a dominant role overseeing this market. And importantly, stablecoins can only be truly stable if they're backed by safe and liquid reserves, like short-term Treasury bills. But I'll be honest, with less than 3 months left in the 118th Congress, we're running out of time.
This push for gold really came out of China, Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and some other countries, Turkey and Russia. There's been a real shift away from, they want to transfer the U.S. dollar holdings into gold. And so we're just seeing, we've heard a lot of talk about the BRICS nations looking for a gold-backed currency to try and compete with the U.S. dollar.
We want a cashless society. It costs us $5 billion for checks and cash to move around our company.
You want a cashless society.
We are driving towards a faster, but we have more to gain than anybody in a sense from a pure operating cost. And
we will invest in biomanufacturing and aerospace, remain dominant in AI and quantum computing, blockchain and other emerging technologies, expand our lead in clean energy innovation and manufacturing.
You're not going to want to miss this movie. Yeah, you're not going to want to miss this movie. I think
going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, well, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. And they finally start to cut rates. And we know Japan is going to start raising rates. And those trillions of dollars that are sitting in money market accounts are going to start flowing over to the emerging markets. And we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction so they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back slightly. Don't forget, we have CME opens tonight. We know it's like clockwork. It's going to move the market. And then once yield rates get to moving in the morning, it's going to move the market again. So, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. On Friday, we had yield rates down. We had the dollar down. Right now, we have volume and crypto down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $436 billion on Friday. And as we can see, is moving in the wrong direction. Make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis because we know that's how they manipulate yield. And we have the movie just keeps getting better and better. We have the election getting close, about 40 days away. And we know we're going to get even more entertainment. We have Kamala that comes out and speaks about blockchain and the new technology. We know Trump has been talking about the new technology, and when he was in office, he was signing executive orders for AI, for fintech. So while we're getting all these distractions, the fourth industrial revolution is being built. We have Maxine Waters urging for a stablecoin bill. Most likely we won't get it until next year. But the fact is, guys, we know stablecoins are the foundation for this fourth industrial revolution because they're nothing but digital dollars. They're just going to be programmable. Being able to tell you what, when, when, how to buy, and you have 3 to 6 months to spend them, or poof, they're gone. And then plus they're on blockchain. So the NWO gets to all seeing eye. They'll be able to know you better than you know yourself because they're able to see everything that you purchase. But us in crypto know that they're going to be on a private blockchain. And as soon as we get this new president, they have to cut this deficit. So you're going to see the fall of America to Babylon along with the world reserve currency. And we're going to a level playing field. And that's going to mean the BRICS nations are going to rise. And we know that's going to be China with that digital yuan backed by that digital SDR. And if you don't believe it, only thing you have to do is look at Belt and Road. You probably have 159 countries that are involved in plus majority of the population. But with all this technology, it keeps the NWO in control because the robots, algorithms, and drones are going to run the economy. And due to the digital economy, they'll be able to tax the globe. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. They tell you they want to bank the unbanked. That means they want to enslave the unslaved. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs at close were up. And we have BlackRock spot Ethereum ETF surpasses $1 billion in value for the first time. Now getting over into a little crypto news. The last big pullbacks that we had in Bitcoin and crypto were actually blamed on Mt.Gox and then Germany selling. Don't forget, guys, we have Mt.Gox is going to be doing more repayments in the fourth quarter. And then on top of it, what's not talked about is FTX. You're talking about $11 to $16 billion. So we know how the mainstream media is going to play it. We know how they set up the actual narrative. Remember what I told you. We're going to have another big collapse and consolidation in the banking industry, and crypto is going to take the blame. But remember, the NWO calls the problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. And don't forget, in 2008, Bitcoin rose, but it rose behind the big banks and big corporations. They were funding Bitcoin and crypto from the beginning, but the narrative in the mainstream media is that Bitcoin was supposed to get rid of the banks, but actually the banks were controlling it the whole time. And because we're going to real-time settlement, because we need all this liquidity, they need to get rid of these small and medium-sized banks. And again, they're going to bring in crypto in order to steer that narrative that Bitcoin and crypto is a problem. That's the reason why we still have thousands and thousands of cryptos. They have to use as a narrative that these cryptos are garbage. But we know the utility cryptos because we're in crypto, but the sheep, they're not going to see that. They're not in this space, so they don't understand it. So that's the reason why you see these meme coins pump, because they need to pump in order to sell that narrative. So as soon as we get legislation, regulation, you're going to start seeing a big consolidation in Bitcoin and crypto. Only 1% or 1% are going to survive. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.